Welcome everyone to the game. I hope everyone's having a great day. Let's continue some Little Guardian. I didn't know they were set into parts. I know we had a couple chapters left. Oh,
the
get a story
Sprawl,
time.
News about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
Oh boy. Join the Sprawl Army today. I guess whichever one we chose would depend on which army we were fighting.
Any questions?
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
Do we have a cap off on how many people can join a war?
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
Oh boy.
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsmen. Not anymore. We are dancing on a knife's edge here, so now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over. Oh, and if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also game over.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
Oh boy.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Now we're at level 8. Okay, the row rate. After a month of the siege, the Sprawl's resource, namely the food stores, have reached a new dangerous low. If a guard discovers any means to improve the dwindling food supply, you are to contact myself or a striker. Failure to contact leadership will reflect on your star ranking. Related, if any individuals or groups coming from outside the Sprawl who have burdened our meager food supply and to be fully vetted, like with item 1, decision to admit and fix this decision would run either Asher. Best of luck for those becoming responsible for drafting the individual for services from the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it may seem like sending more people to the fray is the right idea, it's not always the case. Hey Gardos, I'm breaking a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him. If you get him when you go easy on him, if you get him when you call. Hey, let's power up our crystals. Probably should have upgraded more stuff, but how would I know that we were going to war?
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Yeah, I got that.
He looks real interesting.
Now what's a guy like you doing wanting to fight in a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
Who the hell is Glory Ann?
Who or what is Glory Ann?
She's my sweetheart back home.
And does Glory Ann feel the same way about you?
She sure does. At least, I thought she did.
No. Let's shoot spray him.
I can't believe Glory Ann would do me wrong like she'd done me, and be caught in the arms of another man. I guess I could have talked to her about it, but the minute I saw her and that lug Bosco together, I jumped to the first conclusion in my head and left town to do the first thing I thought of doing. Was this the right thing to do? Yes, it's Glory Ann that did the wrong thing.
Country people make good soldiers. I mean, I guess, but
Dish
I don't know
the
if we really
details,
should.
Elmer. What happened?
Well, you see, ma'am, how it is it's like this, you see. It all happened this way it was.
Elmer, faster with the dishing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just all too painful to talk about. We were engaged to be married, and I caught her in the arms of another man, my neighbor Bosco.
I mean, I
How
know.
dare she?
I know!
So you're heartbroken and running away to war?
Exactly.
I mean, sure. If he wants to, right?
You're being sent to the front lines, soldier.
There's no turning back now, Elmer. Oh, Glory Ann, who I caught in the arms of another man. Maybe joining up will make you love me enough so we can spend our lives together. Then I won't have to run off and join the army.
There's a shred of logic in that.
What's a wench?
Ah, it's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
A wench is basically like a trollop. I can look up like the Google definition. Like, wench is basically a woman who is a little bit more, what's the right word? A wench is technically a girl or young woman, but the second word for it is prostitute, is for the two different words. A consort with prostitutes. Okay, yeah. So it's...
I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met.
Okay, what the hell do you want?
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun, or worse, sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich people-friendly nation.
What will happen to the BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right?
I don't think I really need to know anymore. Like,
You can't let the bank fail. We need that BS money to make sure the city doesn't fall.
Well, you should have thought of that before convincing the princess to turn down that delightful Prince Phineas.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
children, the goblins, save the day, your mother. Well, he definitely don't want the goblins. He doesn't care about children. I don't think he's gonna care about saving the day, so I'm gonna say your mother.
Oh, come on. What would your mother think?
taking all of our family fortune away and leaving the poor to die in the streets. Mumsy would be so proud.
Yeah, sure, it's that one.
You've delayed me long enough. It doesn't matter what you do at this point. I'm taking my money and leaving this miserable city to rot. Deny me entry, and Mr. Dung has my express orders to dissolve my account and have my money sent to me elsewhere. Arrest me, and with my one phone call, I will have Mr. Dung carry out my wishes from jail. It's inevitable now.
So at this point, it's lose-lose no matter what I do?
Yes, you've hemmed and hawed your way to a 1 star, and now I'm going to leave this city without one of its major funders. Too bad, so sad.
I wonder if I could redo that one. Even show. I think I'm gonna mess his up. So why don't we redo that one? Right? Let's try his again. So I obviously messed it up. What do you guys think I should do differently?
It's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who swore to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
I remember you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer.
Yes, we have met.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so we gotta find out what he's here for in general. And we should probably use one of the tools. Maybe we should whip him again. Maybe I should talk to him first and then whip him. Okay, so he has a deny thing. Okay.
It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl. Mr. Dunn.
Yeah. So maybe instead of doubting him, let's
You think
strip
the
him?
bank will be sacked?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great...
We're still talking about the bank.
Dang. Well, he might. Let's try it. What's it gonna hurt at this point?
You'd whip an old man? You are the monster, not I.
What? I never called you a monster.
You didn't? Oh, sorry. So many do. Still, pretty appalling behavior.
Okay, feeling the whip didn't really seem to help. Yeah, that was rough. I don't know if there's anything I can really do to make him stop.
You can't let the bank fail.
Well, you should have...
Is there...
Okay, so obviously the mother, the children, I don't think save the day, I don't think. So I'm thinking the goblins are what save the day. What do you guys think? Because obviously your mother, he's not going to care about children. He's already made that. He did have a goblin beforehand that he eventually got, that went away from him. Goblin? Okay.
There is only one goblin I think of, and I think of him constantly. Whelp. Not that it is any of your business in the slightest, but that photo was taken of me and Whelp in happier times.
Where is he now?
That rotten court jester / dungeon keeper had the audacity to offer that useless goblin a job. Now he's gone. Whelp, so beautifully useless.
Oh, I feel like I needed to talk to him 3 times, but... am I gonna have to redo it again? Because if I let him... I feel like I need to talk to him a 3rd time and tell him where, like, the goblin is. Look, goblin is. If I send him to jail, that's where the goblin is. wonder if I could send him to jail. Oh wait, I can call the goblin. Okay, I know.
Miserable child. Mr. Dung will be red in the face when he hears about this. But he has his orders. My money will be dissolved from BS and sent to me elsewhere. I hope you remember this.
Okay, hold on, I gotta redo that one, because I think I know how to... Yeah, let's rewind. I think I know how to fix it now. Because I think we need to... We're not going to use one of the items. We can talk to him, mention the goblins, and then call him at
it's you
Malcolm's
again.
office. So
Yes.
let's try this again. Okay, talk to
It is
him.
my intention, Mr.
You think the bank?
Most likely.
We're still talking.
Okay, talk to him again.
You can't let the bank.
Well,
Is there?
Goblins.
there is only... Not that it is...
We're not going to confiscate. We're going to ask, where is he?
Where is he now?
He's going to
That-
mention
that-
where he is, and now we're going to call Malcolm's office.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great. May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil, it's me, Welp.
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Well, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Well, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
I miss you, well...
I miss you too, sir.
Come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, Whelp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
And what about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good
There we
enough.
go.
Get in there and reunite with your friend.
There we go. Perfect score. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. Only had to use 2 of my rewinds. Jesus. Hopefully I don't need any more of those. Oh.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion like running off and joining the army?
Oh boy.
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me, to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Oh.
I take it you're Glory Ann.
That's me, Glory Ann.
The same Glory Ann that was caught in the arms of another man?
It's not what it looked like. And if Elmer John had stuck around for more than a second, I could have explained that to him.
So what? You're sick of these wunk-headed men getting all hot and bothered and making hasty decisions over something that could have been settled by a rational conversation?
Exactly.
I mean, I trust her, but I mean... yeah, he's at war now, honey.
Even if that fool Elmer John is drafted as well, and he's there waiting for me with his big dumb eyes and his cutie pie dimples, it won't matter. He won't be able to smooth talk his way back into my heart after doing something so stupid like running off and joining the war. At this point, it doesn't matter if you let him in or not. Either way, I've made up my mind.
Come on. You really don't want to know if he was or wasn't drafted? What if he's at home waiting for you with a big old apology banner that says, "I'm a fool, take me back"?
He's run out of apology banners this time. Him and his suspicious mind. Not to mention the wartime measures prohibiting the sale of fabric for such frivolities.
Florian, I gotta know, did Elmer John really find you in the arms of another man?
That's only what Elmer thought he saw. It all started when that big loud Bosco from 2 houses over came round like he always does to try to court me again. I explained to him that Elmer John had asked for my hand and that I had said yes. And then Bosco explodes and says he's gonna smash Elmer's head like a jug. So I lunged at Bosco to hold him back. The big brute! That's what Elmer saw, and the next thing I know, he's crying about going off to war.
Sounds like before you go and do the same thing, Elmer's gone and done and run off with a hurt heart. Maybe y'all should be slowing your ride and talking it through too. Am I right?
Why are you talking like that?
I thought you wanted to.
I sure don't. Can you just do me a favor and do the opposite of what you did for him, for me?
That's confusing, but okay.
Yeah, I guess she wants to be not put into the war then? Yeah, she's probably making a better soldier, but...
Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you apart.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft him and I want you two to be together.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I don't think you fully thought this through. I'm denying your recruitment into the army.
I guess I was acting a little hot under the collar there for a minute. I should go home and talk things over with Elmer and... Wait. Now will you tell me? What happened to him? Did he get drafted into the war?
Yes, he's on his way to the front. He won't be waiting for you when you get home.
I just hope there's someone big and strong to back him up out there.
Yeah. Oh. The goblin approaches, whistling a happy tune.
Oh, hello, Lil! Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Nice to see you again.
You do.
Okay, what are we doing here?
I'm just coming from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
The GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is. We made some major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the sprawl without anyone knowing. I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
See, the one lady wants... Most of those people want, but I don't really trust them very much. I just want them to go to Desdemona. I trust the goblins, so...
You should take these to the queen.
I'm on my way there now.
Yeah, because I don't trust those other people. But I'm trusting the Gabalution.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Do you really mean that?
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
The goblins have been nothing but nice. Why no? You met the goblin who was here in the mission, but you missed something in the right. Okay. Well, it's okay. Let's do 3 stars. Oh, and something on the right, because I didn't call the people, but that I did that
Hey,
on purpose.
Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
And what? The fact that I have to work a full-time job at age 12?
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
And the fact that I live alone on top of a dive bar?
Well, you meet some interesting people.
And the fact that my dead mom's still dead?
Oof, yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
That's fair.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona.
Yeah.
After you finish your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Why does Her Majesty want to see me?
She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things. She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the Sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
Love that I could say mind your business. A familiar group of black-clad folks. I cannot speak. A familiar group of black-clad folks approached the shed, weeping and moaning. Why are they here now?
You must help us, child.
We have been left without shelter. It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen.
Oh.
The Duchy of Scarborough has been under constant siege for the majority of the war.
Those bastards!
Quite. We finally had to flee. We couldn't stand it any longer. We've been without food for days. Yes, everyone is rather hungry.
I'm so sorry to hear that you've had to flee your home. I can't imagine how hard that must have been.
Thank you, child. I'm a duchess without a duchy.
We have rather a lot of refugees that need your help and your food desperately.
I think the right said something about calling them when people about food. Burn our meager food supply is fully vetted, like item 1, decision to admit. Okay, let's strike her.
We have received word that the enemy sacking of Scarborough may have been assisted by sympathizers within the duchy itself. Keep your eyes peeled and use your tools. Our food reserves are stretched way too thin to accommodate the Duchess and her people. Was there someone else you've seen already that could have helped? I guess there's no going back now.
Let's x-ray him. Oh, he's got something.
What you got there?
This? Oh, it's just a letter. From me aunt.
Mind if I read that? Let's see. La la la, late at night while no one is awake. Blah blah blah. Lower the drawbridge and we will invade. Ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Long live Prince Phineas? Care to explain?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me. Oh, you sneak.
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard. Oh, go away.
Okay.
Well
so-
spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you x-ray your way to success!
Excellent line, milady.
But that was... Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
I mean, we can't just turn them away, but there's less people now, so let's just let them in. There might be more food with the goblin people.
Bless you, dear child!
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
Yeah, by the way, the city's kind of facing a severe food shortage right now, so don't know how much there will be to go around.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
Ooh, 2 stars. It may have been heartless, but this was the wrong car. If people were starving, there may have been a way to previous turn to change this. Well, there technically was, but I just haven't told them. Didn't tell the others about the food.
Where do I enlist?
Oh.
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco.
Oh. Oh no.
I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
You're just the kind of guy we're looking for, but I'll need more than just a first name to sign you up.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan, and last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
I trust it's common practice to go around smashing people's heads like jugs where you're from?
Only if they're dumb enough to run away from a quality dame like Glory Ann.
Man, I don't know if we can really do any tools on them. And it's almost the end of the day. I can get some more. Let's do some true spray on them.
I want to join the army so I can find my place, my purpose. Glory Ann doesn't want me. I have come to terms with that. Maybe in the army I can find some brotherhood, some kinship with other people who maybe have signed up for the same reasons as me. A broken heart and a desire to break heads like jugs.
I mean, why not? Seems like he's not just there to go break the one guy's head, so.
Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco,
I know.
but
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash your head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him, if he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
Okay. Hopefully my score is high enough. Yeah, okay. 3 score at least. Did your good performance 3. You were paid 20 gold for your shift. Okay, yeah. So I got a good score with him. 3 stars with him. 2 with her. Okay. See, I just don't trust them with the food. The one people's been really kind of sketchy. So I'd rather just the princess know about the extra food supplies from the goblins.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
Hey, Chaos. Thank you for the sub. Oh, very awesome of you. Just to let you know, Cinder isn't working right now. I know you love using him. His voice isn't coming through, and I'm not sure why. And Erebor, unfortunately, isn't here right now to help me with that. So I do apologize, but I just wanted to let you know ahead of time. That way you weren't wasting points on him.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
Yeah, I know it's sad, but don't worry, he won't be broken forever. He talks like he's supposed to talk, but I'm not sure why his voice isn't coming through. So it'll just be for this one. I'm sure by this week, before next stream, we'll get him fixed again before Tuesday.
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Yeah, he got cursed with silence.
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
I don't know, from what we've heard...
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
No, from what we've heard from the Mages Guild, I do not trust them.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you, not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
They are way too dangerous. I use the chronometer 3000 under very specific circumstances. You start manipulating time out there in the everyday world, who knows where it could lead?
Spoken like a scientist. Do you have a master's degree?
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
Don't do it.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
Good.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Oh, can I walk around now? Is that it? Okay. Variable cannon. Dab in the middle. Oh, jeez.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Aw. That's cute.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're the only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something.
Jesus.
Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And blow up the
I'm
kingdom.
glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
I don't know if blowing up the kingdom is the best choice either. Let's try the machine analytics. I wonder if it's any good at games. Okay. Okay, I think that's all from here. Maybe talk to him.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil. One more message for you today. I was instructed to tell you to head over to Malcolm's to meet the advisors. Good luck.
Oh boy. I thought the advisors would be here, but I guess not. I don't trust them. They've been trying to pull my strings this whole time.
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Without at least one of us there.
And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer, rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion, or a lousy court jester.
Damn.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
God.
Ah, Lil, you're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
Oh my gosh.
I think if they wanted you to know what they talked about at the meeting, they would have invited you.
She won't tell us anything. She's as useless as you two are.
I take offense to that.
Offense to what? Sorry, I got distracted.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Yeah. Should have probably kicked me out, yep. Okay. Okay, let's go get some more power crystals and shit. Do some more upgrades if we can. I want to spend all of our money, but I think we need it. Can I walk over here? Anything over here? Okay.
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder. Lil, about time you showed up. I've had every mage in town come by the shop today trying to buy up all the power crystals.
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
Aw.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock. Well, the good ones anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones.
Okay. Well, let's buy a couple of these. Let's see. Which one do you think? Maybe the... I don't have anything to sell. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I didn't need any money.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great. Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats. I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Oh boy.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme!
Hey, Sweet Pea, how's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right. Or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Aww. That's so sweet.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
We'll write a letter to express her honest feelings about how difficult things are for her. Are you sure? Yes. I feel like she could be honest with her
There,
dad.
that should do it. Hey Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
That was nice. Can I talk to them?
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Aw. See who else is here.
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money on me. Either come back tomorrow and I'll see if I have the money, or wait for Hamish to come back from the war.
Both those options sound lousy. Tell you what, let's forget the debt altogether. But tell Hamish I ain't taking any more of his markers. See you around.
That seems like a win-win. Dad doesn't need to do any more gambling.
Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
That's funny. Okay. I think that's the end of the day for this one.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Hit the hay. So I did everything that I think I could. Okay, let's see the end. Reunited with his darling whelp, Grumpkin was changed man. Together, the two traveled through the Kedar seas, Lake Neins, and even summered a fireball canyon. He laughed as he never laughed in all his days, and the night were filled with food and wine, music and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. On one such sprint, Gumpkin clutched at his chest. His heart had overflowed. Miraculously, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former minister and now true love, Whelp was unable to resurrect the old man. A simple funeral was held, and the widow and the widower, well, counted himself lucky to have ever such a love at his side. As this, oh my god. As for the substantial riches, they were held by yesterday, head of VS, and to Shine's Mr. Dinkworth will was read. The old man had donated the entire of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside the headquarters. Oh, nice! Gabalution! Thanks to his timely arrival back to the Sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party with his best friend, Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what was otherwise a dark few months at the Sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal that he received from visiting miners. The glint of it was unearthly glow reflecting Gary's eyes as he inserted the powerful crystal into his practice wand. He thanked Julian profusely for the most precious present and was never left his sight from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans he was carrying to the city council. These plans detail a extensive tunnel system to be dug underneath the walls of the Sprawl, which would allow food and secretly and safely moved into the right under the enemy's nose. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized just how hungry they all were and unanimously approved the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon. And all up and up and pretty hush-hush. Without a plan of any additional food enter the starving Sprawl, the rations were stretched out through the breaking point. In order to feed and find housing the newly arrived refugees of Scarborough, some of the poorest members of the Sprawl society found their rations reduced, which caused outrage amongst the progressive members of the city council. The GLA was up in arms about how these cuts disproportionately affected non-humans, and riots ensued, named the Night of the Burning Bread or Fire Loaf. Several of the Sprawl's bakeries were torched, while shouts of if we don't eat, nobody eats rang through the night air. There was dozen arrests and at least 5 deaths in the riot. Food was more scarce than ever before. Well, I guess I should have told them. I just didn't want to because I thought I didn't trust the council. Elsewhere, swift justice a visit upon the traitors who lowered the drawbridge of Castle Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal, certainly, but this is war and it's better safe than sorry. Plus, it made for a fine day's entertainment. There's no video games in the Sprawl to keep people amused. Oh. This is unexpected. I guess battle? Yay, they won! Sprawl victorious! The garrison stationed at the Sprawl secret western food depot successfully repelled the invading Petrarians' force. The Sprawl's reserve food stores are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. After briefly endeavoring to smash Elmer's head like a jug, Bosco shockingly found common ground with his neighbor, and he and Elmer buried the hatchet and became brothers in arms. Their teamwork during the battle became a thing of legend, and together they saved many lives. They each received an official Sprawlin medal for guts and moxie. Oh, I guess that worked out. And tune in next time for more of the chaos. Bye, everyone.